Hi everybody, my name is Jackie Grant and I'm the owner of Break Free Consultancy. So today this video is all about neurodiversity. A couple of years ago I got the formal diagnosis of being neurodivergent, so ADHD with some traits of ASD. Now you can look at the back of my office and you can see that it looks a little bit chaotic. There's a few piles of things, and other people that are neurodivergent have different names for those piles. Now, one of the reasons that we have piles around instead of everything in absolute complete order is because that's effectively what our brain looks like. There's this pile for this, there's this pile for that. And we also have a filing cabinet in our brains. Like everybody else, we can file things on some days. But the problem is we're never quite sure whether we put it under A because it started with A, or the next letter was B, so we put it in B, or, we're really not always sure because our working memory isn't always the best, and it's the short-term working memory. Where did I put what it is that I want? Now, I'm a health coach, a wellness coach, personal trainer, nurse, work with disability businesses, and I've recently early release of my book Empowering Me, which is understanding and embracing ADHD and ASD. Now, as part of this book, it has parts in it where it can help workplaces, it can help family and friends, and if you are neurodivergent and you don't mind reading a book, then this book will help you as well. One of the key things that I also offer for, and I've started doing this in America, I've done 2 companies here in Australia as well, is working with businesses in 2 capacities. If they're a disability business, we do the staff in service or understanding neurodiversity and how they can work with their clients. The other part is that I work with management in case they've got any people that are neurodivergent to help them in a workplace that is welcoming and supportive for them, that's understanding them. And I've developed a checklist that is easy for the employee as well as the employer to help set up and support that person. Because here's the key thing, every person with neurodiversity is different. There are so many levels of ASD. Level 3 will be nonverbal, and there won't so much be necessarily the emotional outburst. There might be more rocking and internal, leave me alone. I need to come internally rather than externally say it. The emotional regulation in ADHD is very poor, and it's even the self-regulation that is such a challenge. Once again, there's different levels of that. At 56 years of age, I've learned to mask most of my life and tried so hard to not be the person that overtalks and appears to think of only me. In a lot of cases, that's not the case. I or other people with ADHD, ASD are not necessarily always thinking of just themselves. It's just that attention to detail is so important because we want to make sure that you've got all the details, because when we get information, we need the detail. But on that note, we'll also get hurry up and get to the point. So we want the detail, but we want you to hurry up and get to the point as well. And that's more so in ADHD. In ASD, there's a little bit like, yep, right, whatever, I'm still doing what I need to do. And there's a little bit more of a headbutting going on, toe to toe with formal and informal supports. So when it comes to workplace, and I would love to work with your company and help you to help your staff, is that I have a design of the checklist, and I have some information that I can provide to you, but I tailor it to your company and your needs. Because a company where people are working from home is going to have different needs to a company where they're trying to fit everybody in the office space. And they've got someone that is brilliant at their job and they're ADHD and they can't handle being in a room with fluorescent lights and 2 other people because it's too much stimulation to actually focus on their job. But if you give them their own little space, then they might be brilliant. Because remember, it's not that we intentionally want to talk too much. It's not that we intentionally want to go out there and disturb everybody else. It's just that we want to help other people. We want to know, how can we help? Or hold on a minute, if I help you get this problem solved or this job done, you'll stop talking and I can then concentrate and listen. I've worked in shared offices and open office spaces, and it really hasn't worked. I've done my best, but my best work was always when everybody was out of the office or towards the end of the day. And I always had my music playing in my headset because that way I could zone people out. But by the end of the day of doing that all day, as someone with ADHD, I was exhausted. So if you work in a workplace and it's not working for you, then reach out and we can go through a checklist that you can take to your employer and help you have that conversation. You can get my book. It's on my website. Amazon are just loading it up, so we're hoping it's going to be on Amazon very soon, depending on when you see this video, but check Amazon out. It's called Empowering Me, Jackie Grant. And if you're an employer watching this and you would like some help because you have amazing staff, but they're neurodivergent and you're not quite sure how to support them, then reach out, because I have a program and we will tailor it to suit your business. And it becomes yours and you can use it with all of your staff. We put your name on it and you're effectively buying it off me. And then I'm here to support you ongoing terms if you would like that on a case-by-case, moment-by-moment scenario. So understanding neurodiversity in its proper way, really understanding it, is key to long-term success for you personally, your family member, your friend, your employee, your disability participants. When you understand something more, you have a resource that you can go to and ask questions, you have more success. And trust me, your friend, family member, yourself, your employee will be less exhausted, less likely to burn out, well, at least from one aspect of their life. Burnout is very common, and what we do is we tend to go, I'm shutting the world out for a day, a week, whatever I need, because I've given so much. I've just given. And that is very common in ADHD, that the key is to not need to give all the time and do activities that actually give to us so we receive rather than give. It's a little challenging to receive. And in ASD is more focused. They've got their way. They're doing it their way. And they tend to be a little more rigid with their giving. And so receiving for them is a little more of a challenge. And if someone has the combination of ADHD and ASD, giving and receiving, they will dominate one. I have trouble receiving. I'm used to giving and doing. And it's something that I'm aware of. So with my awareness, I can work on it. So it's a little bit about neurodiversity in the workplace. So important to find out in a positive, supportive way what will help and support your employee. Because an employee with passion for the job that they love, and they just need a little bit of leeway, and I'm talking a little bit, I'm not talking, complete freedom here, obviously, but just a little bit of flexibility, you will bring out the best in them. And that's what you want for your company, for your business. If you're a disability worker, you want the best for your participant. You don't want to be turning up and they're having a meltdown every second visit, because you're not going to get anywhere. So getting to know them and what they require, and then having some flexibility and patience, will go a long way in that person's eyes. Initially, it might not be shown, but eventually it will be. My name is Jackie Grant. Our business is Break Free Consultancy. All you need to do is type in breakfreeconsultancy.com and you'll find our website. Send us an email or book a 15-minute free chat. We're here to support you in whatever capacity you require workplace training, an employee insistence, personal, family, friend, disability business. Thank you for watching.